Hey guys, it's Kelly just getting her done. I have taken the RNY and the VSG off my name because I didn't get either one. Um, I need to clear up a couple of things. First, today I am 2 weeks post-op from my 10% gasterectomy. The doctor only needed to take the area where the tumor was. He said once he got in there, the stomach actually looked pretty healthy and that he didn't really need to take any more than where the tumor was located. So I need to clear up a couple things. I know there were a couple of comments on my video posted from the hospital that was it not clear that I wanted the RNY, or was it not clear that I wanted the gastric sleeve? That was not the purpose for me having this surgery. It was not for weight loss or for specifically a BSG or an RNY. It was because the stomach was involved, and that is usually the procedures, whether it be tumor removal or for weight loss, are usually called either RNY or gastric sleeve. So that is just the term that the doctor used. I was pleased that the rest of the stomach looked healthy enough that only 10% of the stomach needed to be removed. But to be honest, I was angry. I was angry that only 10% got removed. I was so looking forward to um, having that procedure for weight loss because, to be honest, I never would have done it on my own. I never would have had the surgery on my own for fear, more or less. Doing it this way, I didn't have a choice. I had to have the tumor removed. So I was excited to hear that perhaps it would be an RNY or VSG, and the weight loss would be a bonus. Um, Let me go right into the day that I went in. They got me prepped and in very quickly. I had the epidural put in, and they gave me little funny medicine so I wouldn't feel the epidural, which was great. I didn't feel it. And I don't remember anything after that. Waking up was the only thing I remember. And was in zero pain. And I attribute that to the epidural. The epidural was fantastic during that time. I only had it in for 3 days. Also had a catheter in for 3 days. But it was a pain in the neck. Excuse me for a second. And they wouldn't take the catheter out until after the epidural was taken out, which was after 3 days. And let me tell you, when that, hold on one second, stop my dog from scratching. Um, when they took that epidural out, within 3 hours, I was in the most excruciating pain that I think I've ever felt in a long time. This nurse kept trying to give me Dilaudid, and I kept telling her it's not working. It's not working. And she just kept saying, well, we'll give it a couple hours and see what happens. I kept telling her, it's not working. Give me Norco, because I knew Norco worked. Norco has always worked for me. Finally, after 2 days of her trying to pump this Dilaudid into me, she contacted my surgeon. He said, just give her what she knows works for her. It was painful, really painful. So I don't know if any of you remember, but this was my incision. It goes from the top of my breastbone all the way down to right above my pubic bone. And I can't wear a bra, so excuse me if you get too much of a picture there, but because of where it's located, the bra just irritates the incision so badly. Anyway, the nausea was horrible. The nausea had me... I've never experienced nausea that badly before. Ever. Ever. And for 2 days after the epidural was removed, I was nauseous. They gave me, I think it's Finagrin or something. Did not work. And then they gave me another one, less potent one, and that one actually worked, which is strange because Dilaudid is stronger than Norco, and Norco worked for me and Dilaudid did not. And I don't know. I don't know why my body preferred the less potent one. I don't know. Anyway, after 2 days, finally the nausea went away. And I can tell you from the first day, like from Monday, I was in the hospital for 7 days. So from like Monday to late Friday, my total calorie consumption and liquid consumption, I probably only had 64 ounces of liquid in 5 days and probably 500 calories in those 5 days. And those calories came from um, ginger ale, the little small cans of ginger ale that they had, and I couldn't even finish one. Um, they had me on fluid constantly for 7 days. She weighed me. I weighed 262 pounds. So I had gained 20 pounds while I was in there just from fluid alone. Uh, but I didn't start eating anything till like the last day I was in there, that night before I got released and the day of. And I'm gonna tell you, I felt restriction, and I still feel restriction. I The morning of surgery, I got on the scale, and days before that I was eating because in my mind my entire stomach was going to be removed, and I was eating what I wanted to eat for those 2 days before the surgery because in my mind I knew that I would never be able to eat like that again. So I ate and I gained like 3 pounds. So I went from 238 or 239 to the morning of surgery to 242. So I was 242 pounds the morning I went into surgery. Went up to 262 a couple of days before I was released. I was so mad. But I knew in my mind that it was all fluid because they kept me on a bag of saline 24/7, literally 24 hours a day for 7 days. Finally, my pain started to subside a little bit. It was more localized around the incision, and the Norco was working just fine. It kept me from being in. I'm sorry, I just took a bath. Wasn't able to take a bath for like 2 weeks, and I could shower, but I prefer baths. I like to soak in a bath. So today I actually took a bath, and I feel fantastic. Anyway, I got home, and for about, I'd say 3 days after coming home, my consumption was basically soups. I had made some chili. I could eat some chili, very little. And to this day, I feel restriction with only 10% of my stomach gone. But I do remember somebody mentioning on, I think, one of my posts, depending on what part of the stomach is removed, I guess makes a difference. And where the esophagus comes down and then it goes out like this, that top section where my esophagus is, that whole section has been removed and cut down at an angle. And I actually meant to draw a picture of it, and maybe I could just draw a quick picture. But I still feel restriction today. And this is going to be a really crude drawing. But like this right here. That top section right there, see that circle? That is where the tumor was. And from that corner of the stomach is a part that was removed. And from what I understand, that is where the hunger hormone lives. So, I got on the scale this morning. I am 228 pounds. So from my highest weight, I have lost 40, like almost 50 pounds. was 200 and I think it was about 275, but my highest recorded weight was 270, 271, right around there. So I'm now at 228. From surgery, I am down, what is that, 14 pounds in 2 weeks. Now, I liken to the way I eat to people who have had the actual VSG and the RNY to possibly your phase 3 eating. I can eat food, but a very little amounts of food. Basically, my journey, I have skipped the whole liquid phase, then the full liquid and soft food phase, and now I'm into you can eat until you're full. I'm sorry, eat until you're full phase, because I had a couple of pieces of like little chicken nuggets, and I ate like 3 and I was done. So I liken what the phase that I'm in right now to maybe the phase 3 that some of the original, people who have actually had the surgery, to that phase that they're in right now. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I feel pretty good. This shirt that I'm wearing, actually, I wore in one of my videos and was so tight across the chest. It's loose. I feel good. I feel better. And the reason I didn't post, I was angry. I was angry that it didn't happen for me. And I'm okay now. I feel better. Thank you, everybody, for sending your love and your prayers and your thoughts, and all my new subscribers. I love you guys so much. And I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm happy the tumor is gone. Doctor says I'm cancer free, and I'm thrilled right now. And I can only move forward from here. And I'm so grateful for everybody in the community. Thank you, everybody, and I love you so much. And I'll post next week. I'm going to use Monday. Monday is going to be my surgery days. So I'm 2 weeks post-op today. 10% gastrectomy. And that's probably what I'm going to use for my title. Thanks, guys, and I love you so much. And I'll post next week. Thanks.